Complex family. It's Kim. I appreciate you asking me to tell a little bit about my experience as a parent of a child with autism. A little bit of background. My son was born a long time ago. He's 23 now. But when he was little, there was very little known about autism. So finding resources for him in a very small town was difficult. He was seen by multiple pediatricians, 8 to be exact, in his first 5 years of life. I had a lot of pushback saying he was fine just because he was preemie, but I kept advocating for him and pushed for more evaluations, more appointments, second opinions, third opinions. But nothing really happened until he was in kindergarten. Simply because, 23 years ago, there was very little known about autism. He started kindergarten, and I'll never forget the first day, his teacher called me and she was like, "Look, there's something wrong." And I said, "I know, but no one's listening." So she basically went to the school board, demanded he be assessed for a developmental disability like autism. And thankfully, by the end of the year, he was assessed. And within the school, they recommended that he be given an assessment for autism. So, and rewinding back, when he was 6, he was nonverbal. He would grunt and point and not engage in conversation. He was very repetitious. Would repeat things that other people would say. So we got the IEP in place, which basically is like in schools they have educational plans that will give special accommodations for kids with either behavioral or developmental disabilities, accommodations, for testing and things like that. So we got that in place. And then the wait started. We called Children's Hospital first, and there was a 2-year waiting list. So in the meantime, he did receive therapy services at school and was on an IEP. By 3rd grade, he was speaking full sentences, which was great. And his grades were improving. He was happy. He was making friends. And then he finally did get evaluated and was diagnosed autistic. So that's when everything started. But it meant a lot of travel to larger cities to take him for treatment and get him the help that he needed. I learned very quickly, and this is advice for anybody who has a child with special needs, ask a lot of questions, advocate, get second, third opinions, and always trust your gut. By the time he was in 5th grade, he was being bullied by a lot of kids at school, so there were numerous trips to the school that I had to go de-escalate and meet with teachers and put in things in place to help him. Middle school was hard. When his hormones started raging and he didn't know how to handle those different feelings that were happening, we saw a lot of misbehavior. He got suspended, a lot of trouble, very awkward during that stage because, it's teenagers and they're growing up and those types of things, but made it through. High school was a different experience for him. It was difficult. He had friends, but it was hard for him to see other people with girlfriends, and he didn't have one. So it really made him sad and upset a lot, and wanted to know why he wasn't normal, which was the word that he used a lot because that's what he heard at school a lot. So what I always said to him was that he was wired differently. and he just learned differently. But, you know, throughout high school, he did have some issues. We did start medication with him, therapy, speech therapy, just different things for him. And I'm proud to announce that he did graduate cum laude, was at his school. And he was super proud of that. We were super proud of that accomplishment for him. He was able to attend a public school simply because he had an amazing intervention team at his school. And they advocated, supported him, reached out to me, kept me connected to everything that was happening. And with all the collaboration with the different pieces of support for him, he did amazing. Today, he works part-time. He has a girlfriend who's also autistic. And he has become just so amazing and has been so successful from where he started being nonverbal and not even know how to hold a conversation with someone. So autism awareness for me means a lot more because it's not just April. It's every day, every month, every year. I like that there's a month that celebrates it and brings awareness to autism because I'm hoping in the future, you know, kids and people can be more accepting and more positive and, you know, help those people who just need a little extra help because they're wired differently. I thank you guys for letting me share my story. If you ever have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I'd be glad to share. And I have to say, as a child therapist working in the field now, I do have some, you know, clients that are autistic, and I just love working with those kiddos. Just seeing the progress they make every day is amazing. A tip for you parents out there, again, don't give up. Ask questions, get second and third opinions, and understand that things do get better. And these kids are simply amazing and they can do lots of things in life. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.